Do I find it astounding a 19-year-old game feels more alive? It's because I watched an amazing video recently, which you should all watch, about how open world games basically don't matter. It was a really interesting one. It talked about Ghost of Tsushima, it talked about Elden Ring, there was a discussion about Red Dead Redemption 2. Having a huge open world, hopefully you guys all saw that video because it was absolutely fantastic. Having a huge open world doesn't actually matter if there's no reason to explore your world. And I realised that watching this video was fantastic. The best open world games are the ones where your reason to explore the world is go and explore the world. That's the reason. But consider this, most open world games, the first thing they tell you to do is something that is so... it's a driving force, it's a reason. It's so phenomenally, overwhelmingly important that you do it beyond everything else. You start playing Fallout 3. You leave the vault, you get told, find your daughter. Now find your son. That was it. Find your son. You have to go and do that. Or is it find your dad? It's find a family member in Fallout 3. The same in New Vegas, the same in 4. You are going to, because that's such an important goal, you're going to put that above everything. Like, no, it doesn't matter what else is happening in the game, you're going to go and do that. If you start playing an open world game and it's like, the most important thing you must do is go and do this. Okay, cool. You're not going to discover, you're going to go and do that. Effectively, what they've done, and this is the problem, a lot of open world games are actually just linear games put into a big world. An actual open world game has to have lots of things you can do in the world around it, which add up to a collective goal that everything relates to. Kind of like how in Breath of the Wild, it's like, go and kill Ganon. Explore as much as you want before you do that. Okay, cool. Yes, Razbuten, amazing video. Phenomenal video. We should all watch it sometime. Really, really bloody good. Elden Ring was perfect. Elden Ring, you leave the tomb and it's like, hey, go and become the Elden Lord. How do I do that? It's up to you. Just wander around. Which is why I personally prefer the open world of Morrowind over the open world of Skyrim. Because the open world of Skyrim is always follow this exact path to become powerful to go and kill the dragons and stuff. But in Morrowind, you literally get told by a dude, hey, you aren't tough enough yet, go and help some other people first. Go and explore. If a world needs to be open, and this is why I like old games like this, the world is open, but the journey takes you around it. That's the thing. Open linear worlds are kind of pointless. That's an interesting concept. If you are designing a video game and you want the player to go from A to B to C to D to E to F, your world doesn't need to be big. Your world doesn't need to be open. What you're effectively doing is designing a linear game with bits off to the side. If you want to make an open world game, create a world that is relevant to different parts of the story at all times, or even different stories that interact. The Witcher 3. I loved wandering off in The Witcher 3 because you could do the extra stories. But you must understand that when you play The Witcher 3, because your main driving focus is always save Ciri, you are going to occasionally say, oh, I don't want to do this side quest because it's not helping my goal of saving Ciri. I need to go and save Ciri. I need to make sure Ciri's okay. If you give the player a goal that is overwhelmingly important, they are going to do that over side quests. If you give the player the goal of literally go and explore, go and get stronger, go and see what's happened, then you're encouraging them to look at the world and go, alright, cool, I'll do what I can. I'll go around. Never too important for Gwent. Never played Gwent. What the hell's wrong with you?